Hey, welcome back to Blueprints. And today is going to be somewhat different than usual. Like most of the time I keep my runs relatively unedited. Just because I feel like, in a blind experience, it's kind of the point that other people get to experience it with you. But we are already on day 29, was it? And we have like a lot of episodes already. I feel like at this point, we've kind of reached a point where 90% of my runs are going to look very similar, which is why I'm trying something new. I'm going to start this run, and we are still going to be yapping a little bit here. I am going to go into the west side, open the first room, and then afterwards I'm going to do something different. I am going to shut up most of the time to make this a lot easier for me to edit later on, because this is like something I mentioned before. It's really hard for me to edit these episodes down, just because I have like this constant stream of yapping, and I'm gonna just shut up whenever nothing interesting happens so we can kind of skip forward. This means that this is probably going to encompass multiple days, unless we are encountering something really special, in which case I'm obviously going to show everything of that. But this is going to make it a lot easier, and I feel like I don't have to waste your time with me just, retreading all steps, even in a short run if I'm just running around. Like, there's so many rooms that could happen. Obviously stuff like the puzzles I'm always going to show, but other stuff might be different. Okay, here's the thing. We are out of our, we don't have a blessing anymore. We might actually want to take the shrine again. Unless the root cellar has anything interesting. Because we've been to the trading post, I don't think the trading post is too interesting. So let's just take the shrine, I would say. We have like 14 coins. Completely fine. We still can't open you. We need like a special key for that one. I don't know what the special key would be though. So how about we just throw some money in for now? How many coins do we want to spend? Maybe all of them? Last time I feel like I spent like a similar amount. As long as I don't get like the Conqueror blessing. Ah, the Monk. This was the one... Yeah, you will have the opportunity to draft that room in the following day. This is actually a really cool buff. If I get like a rare room, I can just end in there. I just can't forget about it. I'm gonna make like a note in a moment, but I can't forget about it. And then everything is going to be fine. Huh, I just noticed something. I can't see the swim trunks on this picture, as well as the actual trunks in the water. I'm just gonna say this is like a minor oversight, but still. Like, for example, you can also not, decipher what is on the paintings, because obviously they are not set anywhere. But it is kind of interesting that you can't see anything on here. While we're at it, I'm also going to activate an experiment. We don't really need the unlock all doors feature, I would say. I feel like just getting an experiment going is probably worth it. So let's see what's up for us today. Active terminals. I want the laboratory. That does mean that we don't get like the shelter effect, but alas, we are going to live with that one. I feel like, again, just having any experiment running could be interesting. Experiment setup. We have drafting a hallway from another hallway. We still have not found the tunnel again. Like, we've seen the tunnel multiple times and I had to ignore it every time. This would be interesting, actually. Lose 10 steps, gain 20 gold. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door. Each time you eat an apple. I would say that getting multiple aquariums is actually interesting. But how would we combine that? We also had like the letter in the mail room. Maybe I want multiple letters actually. How about we combine that with... I think I had like the locker already, like the breaker box in my pool already. So how about like we do this one, and every time we do that... I don't want to lose steps, it's like too much. Maybe we should do the aquariums though, because we still have not seen the first letter. I don't know what the letter's going to be about. You know what? Let's just risk it. I'm gonna get like all the letters. Maybe we can get like 10 letters at once. That would be interesting. Ooh, we also have the attic in here, but we don't have 3 gems yet. It's just interesting because we have gotten that one in rank 1 already. Let's just take the billiard room. Let's do the puzzle. I mean, it's not a puzzle. You have seen me do math, but let's see if I can do it quick enough. It could be interesting, but I feel like it's just math, right? It's like 2, it's 13, 3, still 3. 1 times 1 times 18, so 2. And obviously 8 minus 2, so 5. Times 3 would be 15, so 3, so 9. Yeah, because we obviously have to, use the power of 2 after the division in this case, because it was a purple in the middle. We are now at 13 stars. Let's see what we can see in here. 3 different ones. Ooh, the cross thing and the diamond. 2 diamonds? No, that's a key, okay. Southern Cross, neat. Ooh, actually interesting. I have the secret passage, I had to reroll for that one. But we are on the east wing. If I now say that we want a bedroom which can only appear on the east wing, we might get the right one. Right, because I still don't know how we are supposed to get the master bedroom. Please. Use a key. Come on. Give me something good. At least we're getting the parlor because I need more gems now. And also look at the outside. It's very beautiful. Very serene. Who doesn't love that? Anyway, for the actual puzzle, we have the gems and the black box. This is not an empty box. So those two, if they are both true, then this one has to be false, and it would be... The empty boxes are both true. Would be... Okay, here's the thing. Assume that this one is true, right? This is not an empty box, so this one is a true statement, so we have a box with gems inside of that one. Which means that this one would also automatically be true. So those two would be true, and this one would be false. The empty boxes are both true, which implies that there are two empty boxes which are both true, but that's actually false because this one has to be false, because otherwise that doesn't work. Now assume that this one is a false statement. And so this is not an empty box, so this one is false. So this would be a false statement. In which case, this one has also to be false, and the empty boxes are both true. Can't work out, so I'm just gonna say this is the right one. And 3 gems. Neat. Ooh, the rumpus room. That's not too bad. I'm kind of out of money, but luckily we are getting some money here, and we can also listen to our good friend Alzara in just a moment. Just checking, is there something else? Probably not. Yeah, I always assume that there are only the 8 coins, like, as if 8 coins aren't enough, right? Like, now, visions.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I hear the pattering steps of children running in the forest. The joyful echoes of laughter in the courtyard. I see an old man sitting in an even older chair. A seed that has served many generations, each with their own stories, each with their own secrets, each with their own endings, but all in the same chair. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Okay, we learned something about the future. This is like our very end, basically. This is us, at the end of our life, basically. And the interesting thing is, that was the drawing room, right? I'm guessing that chair is important somehow. I don't know what we would do with that chair, though. Is there an item we can use? That's a good question. I'm gonna have to think about that. Oh, the lost and found. We've not entered this one yet, but this one makes it so that we are losing a random item whenever we enter. I hope we are losing something like the magnifying glass. I don't know. Let's see, but we are getting 2 new items. The coin purse, okay, that's fine. Upgrade disc, completely fine. And I forgot what this one was. We've read about this. Repellent, press X in any room on your house to use. Starting tomorrow, the floor plan will be removed from the house and draft proof for 1 week. Okay. Are we learning about anything in here? Wasn't found? There's a pawn in there, okay. That's good to know. There's a sigil. Interesting. I have to draw that one. And the puzzle box. Okay. Interesting. It does have this symbol on it. Does that mean that this might be related to that region? I'm gonna write that one down. But we obviously have to learn this puzzle. I'm guessing it's going to be... Yeah, you're kind of still rotating around. Right, like in this direction. Like if I press this one and we have like 2 over here. No? Oh yeah, we have 2 over here and you jumped over there. And if I press again, we have 3 in here. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So we probably want you in the corners, right? That's almost it. What happens if I press you? You're probably going to jump over again. No? Pressing you doesn't actually help us at all. And... Okay, we have to get the... Oh, we have to get the white ones, okay. That's good to know, so I kind of made this more complicated than I needed to, I guess. Not quite. So I need to have to figure out how to get you out of the corner. I mean, it's almost it. I need to get like the 2 of them away from each other. Okay, I'm gonna press this one and start again. Okay, so I have 5 of you. I need to move you around. I can't have like 2 of you next to each other. And if I press you alone, nothing happens. Only the white ones flip. This is interesting. So I'm going to move you away. Just a little bit. This is almost it, but it's not quite. Okay, if I move you over like this. Oh wait, I'm basically in the same position again. That's kind of awkward. By the way, I would be lying if I said that I did more than just randomly click on buttons in a way that made sense to me. I mean, it made sense to me. That should give us more allowance, right? Yeah, neat. That also means that we don't have to find lost and found again. So I have to press X, right? Yeah, press X. Which is interesting that this is a new button. Lost and found has been removed from the draft room for 1 week, which is nice. I also kind of want to remove you because I randomly got you. Oh, I can only use you once. Okay, I thought I could use it on multiple items. Now that was silly. Upgrade disc. Let's put you in. It's going to be so much fun. I wanna upgrade all the rooms. I just saw that we can get the vault technically. Ooh, closet. Let's see what we can... I mean, more items would make sense. Maybe a new room? 1 extra item is drafted to join to hallway. 2 extra items of drafted adjoined to a bedroom. And plus 4 items of drafted adjoined to a red room. But it doesn't have items. Interesting. But I like red rooms. Like, if I pick a red room already, I kind of want to do it because I get like more walking options, so I don't want to get that one. I feel like hallway is the most likely, because bedroom we only have the boudoir and the regular bedroom, where that makes sense to even draft them, because all the other ones only have one entranceway except for the aquarium. So this is not really happening that often. Hallway I can see myself like waste like one of the sides, kind of, yeah. Like for example, today we have like the great hall in our pool, and if I combine those, then it would make sense. The mail room. This would end my run here, but doesn't actually matter because we need the ladder and we are getting a buff next time. So I'm fine with this. Placed. Okay, where's the ladder though? Are we getting that one? Is this a new one? Simon. My name is Randolph Moore. You're the scientist, right? I'm the lead lab technician at Sinclair, and I've worked here at Mount Holly for over a decade. I was thrilled to discover you have found our humble lab and have begun to run some experiments of your own. I tend to keep an eye on the small spikes and radiation levels on the estate, as it's one of the only ways I can monitor your progress from the outside. All off-site connections to the terminal network have been disabled during your stay. There has been much speculation among the staff about the progress you've been making in the house, and they were all quite excited when I reported that you have been successfully running experiments. I wanted to write to you to let you know that even though you may not see us, we are rooting for you. Best of luck on the experiments, and if you like, I'll continue sending letters with some helpful tips for you. Okay, so those are the letters that we are getting. This is why they are connected to the lab. That makes a lot of sense. This wasn't too helpful of a letter though. I have to admit, I'm sorry. Huh. I guess the last room I randomly got was the breaker box. It doesn't help us though. Like, I can disable some systems and give like 2 more steps, but that's kinda is. So I would say this is probably just it for today. Next day, like even if I had not used that one, I would have not reached the great, like not the great hall, but like the dining hall to eat. So I'm probably fine with this. Let's just end the day and start a new day in just a moment. Just for you guys for a recap, this is how the estate looked like. 8 red rooms actually. Like I got the furnace in the dark room, so that kind of made sense. We won't be seeing Lost and Found in anytime soon, so that's interesting. But otherwise it's the Scarlet Manor. We got 1 new room, which was the Lost and Found, and otherwise Oh wait, I completely forgot about my effect. Which room did I end in? We were in the gym, right? And I didn't make it to the Great Hall, so we have the gym next time. Wow, great. Now let's see how day 30 turns out. I mean, can't be much worse than the last day. Ooh, look, there's a package. Yeah? The packing slip, the Sinclair Company. We got a brass compass and a sleeping mask. Not too bad, not too bad. Oh, over here. The box moved. I was kind of confused there for just a moment, but does make sense. Alright, we got all of those. We can get our money, and maybe we could even trade our items if we really wanted to. But like the sleeping mask in general is just kind of nice to have, especially early on. The compass doesn't actually do that much for us, so if I get a trading hall, then, you know, I will probably trade that one, because I don't really care about north-facing rooms that much. Even though it's like not too bad, because it technically just rotates the rooms if possible. Oh! We can get the gym inside of here instead of like one of the other 2 rooms. That's actually interesting. Do I care about the shelter? If I get the shelter here, red rooms are, you know, kind of nice. And also I don't need to waste our connection to open all doors should we be able to, you know, open all of it. And we could actually start the experiment inside of here instantly. Yeah, let's take that one. I don't really need the gym inside of here. I feel like that's... I should probably try that at some point just to see what happens to like all of the room connections. But let's just get the gem and also use the terminal. Let's connect to the lab. Let's see what we're getting today. Security door, add something to my allowance. Drawing room. I want to do this again. Like, it's quite likely for us to actually be able to do that, which is why I don't mind getting this effect, that we can do that. And maybe more allowance? I feel like the rest isn't actually that important. I like getting more money because it makes our future runs stronger, so I'm gonna continue getting that whenever I can. And now to actually exploring. Let's get the parlor and to do the next puzzle. I love the parlor puzzles, which is why I'm always going to take them whenever possible, you know? The truth is on another box. I mean, it doesn't technically exclude the fact that this also has the truth, but the gems are in another box. The words another box are on another box. That's... okay, this is definitely something else. So the gems are in another box, which means that this would be... okay, they can't all three be true, obviously. Assume that this one is true, then it would be in either one of those. But the truth is on another box. Okay, here's the thing. This cannot be false. Because if it were false and the truth is on itself, right, like, can it be? I mean, assume that this is true, right? The truth is on another box, which means that there's at least one other box that is true and itself has to be true, which means that one of the other boxes has to be false. The words another box are on another box. This is also true. So those two have to be, like, this is like a true statement. Like, another box are on another box, this is always true. So the truth is on another box. It's also true because this one is true, assuming that there are multiple truths, right? Which means that this one has to be false. So they should be inside of here. Yep, thought so. Okay, we've made it to this one. This is the old chair. Why is this old chair so important? Why is this extra old? Right, I'm assuming that they were talking about this one in the vision. I should have probably compared the vision, but, you know, I miss limit recording. That makes it a little bit hard to rewatch that one. But I'm assuming it's this one, because it's the one shown in the drawing here as well. I'm assuming that this is kind of important now, but maybe I'm overthinking this. I still don't really know about Alzara. Maybe they are just, you know, talking out their ass, let's be honest. I still have not been surprised by anyone coming into this state here. Okay, this is another hallway with a bedroom. Master bedroom. One step for each room in your house. This is not the most important thing right now, but we are getting a new room, and I love getting new rooms, and we have to get it. That we needed to get this here to reach it is kind of impressive. Let's see what we can learn here. Also, I mean, security card, which allows us to go via the foundation later on as well. And we have like a lot of steps. I also saw like another one of those boxes. Interesting, interesting. Let's probably explore, right? Like, this is probably like a yapping session for me as well. Okay, herb. The controls for the foundation elevator are located behind the foundation wall. That would have been like so useful like 20 episodes ago. This means the controls can only be accessed by another room adjacent to the foundation. Unclear if this is a security feature of a floor. Please advise. Is that everything? There's also... okay, this is probably a letter that was received here. Interesting, interesting. That's a neat sword. Like a sun on there? This cross in there kind of reminds me of the one that we had on the sigil that we saw in the Lost and Found area. You're also writing something. Simon, I never intended to finish writing this letter, but by now you must know I guess you never finished the letter. I also feel like, okay, first of all, why do we have cannons in here? Second of all, I feel like whatever, you know, you had planned just didn't fully pan out. Also, is that the Red Prince again? Oh, this is, yeah, Mary and Daniel, I think her husband is called, or dad. And us. The Red Prince. To my encouraging uncle who opened many doors for me. Ever grateful, Mary. I can't read that one because obviously I didn't bring a magnifying glass this time around. This is the same. The true color. Is that the first version maybe? They went around. Whenever he was sad. Story he had read sad. For the towels. In fact the same room. The red book you just read. Okay, no, this doesn't actually change anything, but I want to read whatever's down there. And I need a magnifying glass for that. And I didn't bring mine. I only have the LiDAR stored up. Also, this one again, right? Like the Epson and Sinclair combination of the heraldry here. I can't really sleep in here, that's okay. Well then, I guess let's solve the next puzzle. More J boxes? Yeah, this is the same explanation, I feel like. Like 4 into white squares, yeah. Okay, this one, which rules do we have to follow here? You... I don't actually know what you did. You seem to be moving around. Like, whatever I'm clicking... I don't know what I just clicked, but apparently it worked. I have not figured out the rules behind this. This is the interesting thing about it. But the rules were definitely different to last time. Did I actually say something? By 3... we changed color of that tile and the surrounding tiles. Okay. This just changed the color of all of them, which explains why they were always flipped. Okay. I got lucky when it came to solving that one. Okay, interesting. It doesn't feel like we should have gotten this one, you know, so late. We could have gotten this one a lot earlier. By the way, isn't there like a chess piece here? I would have expected there to be one. We do know about like one of the king figures, but shouldn't there be like a second one in the estate? I am surprised. Let me look around again, because I am probably missing it if I can't see it. Also, what's this? Is that like a lantern? I'm guessing it's just a lantern. This is so weird. Why isn't there a chess piece here? Where would the other one be then? That means that we still need the office to solve like the other one. Like I've tried to keep note of like all of the rooms that I need, but I guess it's just it. And I know I'm like actively looking around. This is just like kind of how I look around most of the time, because movement apparently helps when it comes to looking at stuff, but apparently not enough as if there actually is a statue, but I can't find one. Okay, I have to remember to return here once I have the little magnifying glass. Seriously, remind me. I will forget. Huh. I guess we are sheltered from the aquarium right now. I just, like, it makes sense because it's technically a red room, but it's kind of annoying because it's a waste of an effect. But hey, I should have thought about that earlier. Oh, nice. West Wing Hall into a hallway closet. Getting an extra item. Let's see how that looks like. Ooh, just the regular stuff. Okay, it's just literally +1 item, I guess. I mean, it makes sense. It's like in the explanation, but, you know. First time we triggered that effect, so let's get it. On camera. The office again. This is actually important, because if I get the Her Ladyship's chamber, that means that I can actually solve the other puzzle then. And also we wanted to check mail. Oh yeah, that's important. Electronic mail next week, 11/1. No, those are the exact ones that we had before, right? Yeah, critical plans. Okay, we didn't get any new mail then. 11/1, yeah. This is the change to the estate. We had that one already, right? Notarized. Yeah, okay. Just have to quickly check here again, but I feel like I have everything. Yeah, this is the explanation how we can do that. Okay, return to. I guess we're not getting anything interesting here. But still, we have technically gotten part of the puzzle. Like I now only need to reach her ladyship's chamber, which would be easiest to reach via the foundation actually, which I can actually do. So I'm gonna do that later, just because I need to reach it while looking southwards, because otherwise I can't get that one. And if I get that one, that would be perfect, because again, we have like the king figure here. What happens if I get squished? Okay, I just stand inside of the elevator. Had to try, okay? It would have been funny, trust me. My goal is now to go to the very north, and then go to the west, and then downwards as far as I can. Because if I can manage to do the thing that I want to do, then it would be ideal. Okay, I had to check that this doesn't actually have a cost before I go downwards, because for some reason I had like in my mind that it might have. The only thing that I'm just thinking right now is that we learn about like the home of Lady Epson here. Right, like the decorative... No, for my grandmother. Lady Epson. I mean, yeah, we did know that, obviously, that she is our grandmother, while the master bedroom is Herbert's own room, which may soon be my own, right? But, yeah, that's like the confirmation, again, like the confirmation. I didn't really need a confirmation anymore. We have had that one for a long time, that they were not married. Tunnel? Or just a pool? I can't get the pool anyway, so I'm gonna get the tunnel because it's a new room as well. I don't want to draft the tunnel again afterwards, but let's see what happens inside of here. Ooh, quite broken. We can dig here if we really need to, but we don't need to. Redraw. And we got her ladyship's chamber. This is exactly what I wanted. We still don't know about everything inside of here. Any items maybe that I can pick up? Ooh, that's one of the keys. Now I just need the vault, which is in our pool. We've seen it. That's actually not too bad, because this is obviously not connected to this one. Let's see. Yeah, Simon. We have this one, and we are over here. We have everything we need, I just realized. I had to check my list because I'm still missing the knight in my own notes here, but we do know that the knight is in the security, so I can just write that one down real quick. So 3-2, which means that I have all the pieces in this run. Which means that now we can just take a shortcut back to where we want to be, and we can maybe solve another puzzle. It's actually quite exciting, right? Like, we've made some progress here. This is probably quite a short episode for you guys. For me, I've only been recording for like an hour in those 2 runs already, so it's even quite short for me, but we are making a lot of progress. And again, like, I feel like 90% of my explanations that I've had, I don't really have to repeat again. I feel like at this point we have seen enough of the game. And again, like, I love it. I just feel like I don't need to commentate over the same things 10 million times more. And I hope that this is at least somewhat enjoyable. Wait, am I going the right direction? Do I have to go? No, I have to go the other way. So I don't have to take the elevator. Wait, is that smart? No, I'm gonna take the elevator. I feel like the other way would be possible. No, wait, it's blocked via the minecart, right? So I actually have to go this way, so I don't waste that. You know, waste any of my 145 steps, you know? That's quite important, especially with my running shoes. But, you know, it's exciting. Let's figure out what this puzzle is all about. Dark tunnels. Ooh, ooh. Let's see. Where are you? You're over here, right? Yeah. I've written everything down. We have a pawn in 4-3, which is here. We have the rook in 4-2. The knight in 3-2. The bishop in 3-1. The king in 6-3. And the queen in 7-1. Choose your piece and receive a new permanent power? Huh? Are you telling me what the powers are all about? Can I... Let's start on the left side. Hopefully it lets me. Ambition of the pawn. When you reach rank 8 each day, you may choose knight, bishop, rook or queen. Gain the power of that piece until the end of that day. That's interesting. So the promotion ability, yeah. Mantle of the knight. Add the armory to your draft pool. Gambit of the queen. Each time you draft a room on the queen side, the west wing of your house, lose 5 steps and gain 1 key. Banner of the king. Each day you may choose a color. Rooms of the chosen color are more likely to be drawn while drafting. That's a cool power. Piety of the bishop. You do not have to pay tithes. Okay, instead gain 30 the first time you enter chapel each day with this power. That's a power. Wow, that's powerful. I mean, it makes sense, but it's powerful. And it would, like, I do like the chapel already as a room, so. You may draw floor plans up to 4 times when drafting the 4 cornered rooms of your house. Okay, of those, I feel like this one's kinda neat, especially because we only have to reach rank 8 each day. Does that count if I just come, like, from the underground? Because that's quite doable and I can choose each time. I feel like the pawn is like the most powerful ability. Like the mantle, I don't... Wait, the knight? Okay, so I would have to reach that one and would get the armory. I don't know what the armory is all about, but I would like to see it. So I feel like the pawn is probably decent. Wait, you've accepted the bishop of the pawn. You may give up this power by returning to his chamber on any future day and unlocking the pieces again. Oh, okay, so I can change it. If I understood this right. Okay, that's something I'm quite fine with. What happens if okay, I can't move here today. That's a really neat idea as an upgrade for people who paid attention. But to be fair, I've been paying attention for so long, right? I just went crazy because I never got the pieces in this, like in the right moment. But I'm quite happy about this. And I also still have like some paths to go. So back to exploring I go. Wait, before I do that though. I have reached rank 8 and I do have the ability. Does it say that anywhere? Ambition of the pawn, yeah. When you reach rank 8, so since I am here, no wait, I have to go via the elevator because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. I want to see if I only have to reach the underground portion of it, because if that's the case, then the pawn is so broken once you have like the rest of the upgrades, which to be fair isn't like too hard to get, right? To be fair, like since the game is like non-linear, it just made sense to me how you get that one. But if I am just allowed to go via the tunnel each time and get the power just by being underground, that would be massively overpowered. Unless I need like a way to actually take the elevator. If I need to take the elevator, then obviously it's something else. I would say for today I actually would like to... I have the chapel, but I don't really have like shops I care about. If I had the like one of the shops that needs a lot of money, then I would take like the bishop. No, this is still the basement. Okay, I probably get it once I go up here. I hope. I don't know if I'm getting the effect today, because I feel like I wanna add the armory. I feel like it's a new room. It's the most likely one that I can get. I'm in rank 8. Okay, can I choose? Okay, I just had to move. Select a promotion. I wanna get the... Wait, the armory was this one, right? Yeah. I just realized that we don't actually get the king ability, obviously, because we can't promote a pawn into a king. But like, I feel like that's still very fine. You may keep this power to the end of the day, with the Mantle of the Night. Well, now to exploring, which means I have to go back again, which is fine, but I still have to see, and now I should be able to draft a new room, whatever that may be. Interestingly enough, it's not inside of these rooms here, apparently. And I do know what the last shop room is, that's the trophy room, but I never have like enough gems when I get that one in my pool. But still, it's interesting that's not even showing up yet. Oh! That was easy. That was the first room I checked. The armory. I mean, this is a dead-end place anyway, so I don't care about that because I can go by the right side here. Let's take the armory. It's a black one as well. Why do I need armor and weapons though? Okay, you also... Okay, we at least found another knight, which is interesting. How many knights are missing? Not too many. I'm only missing a like very, very few pieces. I just know it's like 4-ish now? Well, where do I buy them? The Knight's Shield. Once per day while drafting, you can equip Knight's Shield to ignore the negative effects of any one red room. Is it permanent? It's probably not, right? What else can I get? Self-igniting torch. Can light candles and ignite fuses. That's interesting. And the Morning Star can knock the locks of chests and trunks. Tomorrow morning gain 1. I mean, I've seen some trunks, so I'm getting that one. Neat. It's just a cooler sledgehammer, basically. But it seems like those are the only 3 ones that I can get in here. Do I care about the shield? I feel like the torch would be cooler. Technically, I can get a lighting effect, but it says it can light candles and ignite fuses. I kinda wanna check that one out. Sadly, we only have like the shelter. Had I gotten the trade tool or whatever it's called, like the trading post, then that could have been a really cool effect. Also, I just wanna see if I can, you know, light stuff around me. Also, there's a trunk here. Trunk! Oh, that's even morning stuff. That's nice. Wait, we can buy everything. Oh yes, got some money. Yes. Knight's Shield. Once per day while drafting, you can equip Knight's Shield to ignore the negative effect of any one red room. Does that give me something as an effect? I kind of would have expected to like buy out an entire store to be like cool, like trophy worthy, but maybe not. That reminds me, I'm still not looking at the ceiling enough. Well, I'm back to looking at ceilings, I guess. Another mail room. I mean, that's not too bad, if you ask me. Order placed. Oh, the letter actually stays here. And, important, we can get like another stamp. Which kinda... I'm guessing all of the letters are going to have like the same stamp just because they come from the same region of arch areas, is my theory, because there are only like 9 stamps that we can collect, if I understand this right. Okay, now I have to remember, what does this one do? After running this process, checks will be placed in each staff member's room. This includes each servant's quarter and maid chamber currently on this state. Wait a second. How many do I have? Servant's quarters? I had the maid chamber last time. I kind of want to do that at some point, because we also have like the spread effect that we can do like once a week. Or is this the one that I'm doing once a week? Because we don't really have like a lot of servant quarters, which is, you know, kind of the issue here. And maybe, like, I don't know, like, since it's going to be a check, maybe it's going to be like more information than usual, which is why I'm curious about that. I don't think I've ever used that one successfully. Wait a second. I just remembered something. I am really silly right now, but they have like so many steps, so I don't really care about being silly. We have a morning star, and there's like a certain something that I was looking for. So let's go via the garage and outside, because in the underground we drained the reservoir. I want to see if we can open like all of these boxes. I also want to look at them a little bit more closely, because like last time, I don't know if I noted that one, but I did see that there were like different symbols on there, and I'm kind of curious why they are on there. Right? It's probably easiest to go via the direct tunnel here, right? That's a little bit closer than the other side. I don't even know if we can go down the other side. I don't think there was a connection on there. So let's see. Morningstar should be more than capable of slamming through all of those. So let's see. We do have all of those trunks still down there. I want to know what they are all about. I hope I'm not getting like vault keys and stuff, because I won't be able to use those. Let's see. And this one, we could. Oh wait, we don't have the shrine this time around. The moon, sun. See, they're like always two of them, and they're like on the same color. White sun. No, wait. They're so on blue. White sun. White streamlines. I want to see if they are like the other ones here. Okay, we can't smack them open. We need keys. Okay. I kind of want to open the moon ones. This might be a terrible idea. A moon. Oh, this is a puzzle. The box containing allowance tokens is marked by a moon. So it's not marked by a moon. So I don't have to check any of the moon ones, because this is a red node. Okay. That's great. Don't need those. I could open. I kind of expected that to be something else, but I'm guessing this is just something permanent. So, you know, not a moon. I don't care about moons. How nice it would be if only, you know, I could use the lockpick. Also, do I have any shops outside of the armory? I don't think so. Also, like, I have increased the security setting long ago, and I still have not activated the experiment. You know what? I'm gonna ignore this puzzle here. I'm going to go up there again, and I'm going to try to get more keys. Because like this, like I had hoped that I could just use the hammer here. But apparently those trunks are just way too solid. So we can't. So I'm just gonna, you know, do the other thing. I really have bad luck with like all of the security doors. Anyway, billiard room. Quickly, 5, this is how you do it. 20, 23, so 20 still, because we're subtracting that one instantly again. 17, 11, 7, 2, 20, 20, 14, 28, 4. Nah, I would have liked another key. The silver key isn't actually that important. I mean, we can still use it here if we can't open, but, you know. Locksmith is decent. I mean, it's the only one that I can pick here, like, reasonably, so let's get some keys. And then let's get back down again. We have 12 coins, so we can get 3 keys, and we are exactly out of stuff, so that means once I'm down there again... By the way, I have high security settings, and like this is all filled here, by the way, right? Like basically like up to this level, every single room here is filled. I've not seen a singular security door. This is so unlucky. The question now is actually, which room do we want to get like next time around? We could get the armory again, like guaranteed, because I have the blessing of the monk. Gonna have to think about that, but let's think about that after I solve the other puzzle here. Now it's time to think. We can open a random box here. It's just not allowed to have the moon on there. How about the sun? We have 3 keys. Let's see if we can figure this out. There's a blue note. The green memos in other boxes near this box are both lies. Wait, the green memos in boxes near this... Okay. So I don't actually have to look for the green ones. They're probably around there. Anything else? There's another sun... I kind of want to get like a stream symbol. Let's see what we can learn about this in here. Another red one. All green memos found in boxes in the water are true, so they're all false, so I can ignore those. Let's open like one last one. There's like a sun one. Let's do that. It's the last key for today. And a blue one. All boxes marked by this one contain memos that are true. This was a sun. No, this was a sun one. Okay. Interesting. I mean, this is a blue note, so it's true. Unless there's like a puzzle piece in here that tells me that it doesn't work. Well, anyway, I feel like this is going to be a puzzle for multiple attempts here. Also? Is there just nothing there, or is this actually intentional that the tunnel ends over there? Because I can look into that one now. Right, I'm always not 100% sure, but like looking at like the position that we are, this could just actually be an opening. There would be like a waterfall that's, you know, now devoid of any water. So yeah, that would be something. Anyway, there's like one last thing that we can do today, which is figuring out which room we want to have next time. I don't care about the master bedroom. Gonna be completely honest, that wasn't too impressive. Any room in here that's like really nice to have? Tunnel again? Not really, right? The office I don't care about. Mail room? Let's get the mail room again, actually. Just because we're getting the no contact delivery, so we can just get more and more mail each time, which isn't actually too bad. So let's get over there, and then I'm gonna end the episode. You know what? Actually, like since I'm here again, I completely forgot about this, but I need a magnifying glass inside of this room, and that means I need to reach the master bedroom again, and I don't know how I want to do that. It seems like the door's in the on the south at least, which means that we can access it from here, but then again we have like windows on each side, so I'm guessing the master bedroom can be rotated whatever which direction. That should be fine. I just need to get here with a magnifying glass, and since this room seemed kind of rare, like it's a level 4 rarity compared to other, let me check like some other bedrooms, like the ladyship chamber is also rare, but I feel like I get that one each time. I'm guessing just because the rules are very specific for this one, that it's a lot easier to find. My theory is that you actually have to come from the south, but it doesn't tell you. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna end the day here just so I get the master bedroom again, because I still have the blessing of the monk, which means I just have to do that next time. Anyway, let's call it a day, even though I have like a bazillion more steps that I can't use. Let's see what this estate looks like today. Yeah, we had the shelter, which was decent. 37 rooms, rank 9 reach, obviously. There's actually another thing that I want to do in like one of the future episodes, which is enter room 46 again. Because we obviously got the cutscene last time, but maybe there's like more to it once you've already done it once. I don't know, but we had 3 new rooms. We had the master bedroom, we had the tunnel, which apparently doesn't actually hold anything too interesting, and the armory, which is interesting. Again, we don't. That also means that we don't need the blessing, like the knights thingy again. Wait, no, that's a lie. We kind of need that one again. Also, the armory is still very interesting that this one's black and yellow at the same time. To our understanding, the black one just means that it's a very, very old room plan, basically, or like blueprint. To the lore, because the lore was that by the 4th age they started using color, and before then they used the black ones, which kind of makes sense because the armory obviously looks very medievally, so that makes sense that that one would be a black print. Anyway, this has been different. It's one way I would put it. Obviously I have been recording for like 90 minutes and you are probably seeing like 20 minutes of that maybe, because I'm just running around. I'm going to experiment with this like for 1 or 2 episodes more, and then I'm gonna decide if I want to continue like this. I feel like this is probably a decent way to continue with the series, because again, just yapping for yapping's sake, at some point it's getting kind of a lot of work for me, I would say, right? Like I can always repeat what I've already said for like most of the rooms. I feel like it's probably more interesting for me to show you how I solve the puzzles, and like drafting strategies, we've gone over those for like quite some time at this point. If there's anything interesting happening, I'm obviously showing that to you. I am not quite sure how much time I actually got out of this one for an episode with me yapping. But again, I feel like this is quite interesting, just because we're kind of reaching the late game, and I still enjoy the drafting process. I just feel like there is not enough to talk about when I'm really focusing on the game. During my draft, it's like really adding to anything. That's like my theory. I don't know. Maybe in 2 episodes I'm gonna say, you know what, I actually prefer the way the long episodes looked, and I'm going to continue like that. I don't know yet, but this might also be like how the rest of the series is going to look like until we are, solving the last few puzzles. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this weird experiment of mine. I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.